Alright, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to the Homestead. Just getting up and started this morning. Starting to get a little cold at nights here in October now. Let's see, let's feed Milo first. Get him something to eat. There you go, buddy. Alright, let's see, before we get started into the Homestead business, I did want to give an update on the channel, the Sandbox Hero. Starting this next Monday, if you're watching this in the future, it's about 4 days from now. We are going to introduce a new series. It's going to be on the new map that was just released a little while back called Corpy. And it's going to be more of a let's play style instead of a role play type. But there's going to be a few challenges we're going to add to it. So we'll plan on that. As far as around here, oh, and also for the channel, we're also looking forward to the release of City Skylines 2. When that comes out, we will be putting that on the channel real quick because that's one of my favorite games. The first one was a great game, so I'm really interested to see what the second does. Let's see, we got the grass field to plow in. We have to harvest this soybean over here, which is what I think we're going to do first. And then we got to plow it because it needs its periodic plow. Let's get over here. And this is a little small field. It shouldn't take too long. Yeah, once we get this harvest, we'll get it plowed in, get out any stones that come up, check the lime, and it'll be April time before we plant this. Still not 100% sure what we're going to do, but we'll get something in here. So let's get started with a little time lapse. We'll get these the soybeans knocked out, and I'll see you in just a second. Alright, well, I thought we were going to be able to get it all in one combine. We almost did. But I guess that's a good thing because, you know, better yield and all. So let's run over here and get the truck so we can dump this in the silo. But yeah, that field, it produced surprisingly well. Happy about that, though. Milo. Yeah, they'll probably at least be, when we go to sell in a couple months, I'm guessing 11,000. So we'll make a decent amount off that. Let me take this bed off and get the dump bed on. Once we get the cow barn sorted out and maybe get a few cows, we really got to look into getting a shed for our equipment. It's something, we got to do something. We got too much stuff just sitting out here. Alright, let's get over there and get this unloaded and finish up this last little piece. Another thing we're going to have to do is I think our next thing we got that I wasn't really planning on is we need to load up and sell the excess vegetables from the planter beds, because the funds are looking a little low and we do need to make a loan payment. We're already into the next month, maybe even 2 months after, so yeah, we need to get that knocked down a little bit. I don't like keeping debt. So there's 5,000 liters. Yeah, and this stuff, when it hits top price, sells for over 2,000 liters, so this will be a good payday. Alright, let's get this finished off. Yeah, still haven't 100% decided what I'm going to put in this field next. Soybeans seem to do pretty good. The only thing I would think is maybe with spring wheat, barley, or oats, I would get straw out of it that I could sell. Or we could go with corn or sunflowers. We just have to make sure we can afford the different header. There it is, 164 liters. And we almost got it. Let's get this in here. And we'll get the harvester put away for another year. Fold it up. Yeah, around here we really don't need that header trailer, but that was the only way we could get the header here. So this is a loud combine. Get a little further away from it. Yeah, this little combine's doing us pretty good. I wouldn't mind having a larger one for this field here to the left. That's a pretty good sized field, but it'll get it done for us. So before we put it up for the year, let's give it a little wash. Here we go. Milo! I know he likes to play in the water. I don't know if he likes the water hose. I may have to get a longer hose for this thing. Keeps griping at me. Let's get all the dust and everything out of the header here. Alright, that should do us. Since we don't have a real spot to park it, I guess we can just put it back over here where it was. Out of the way. Alright. It looks a lot better when it's clean. Alright, let's get in the truck and get this unloaded. And like I said, I think we'll load up this trailer, go sell some produce, and then we will start working on, I think we're going to do at least one of the grass fields first, and then we'll plow this field. So you see it says right there to the right, needs plowing. That's just a periodic plowing thing that fields need. 5,164 liters. I didn't expect that much off this little bitty field. That'll be some good money when we go to sell. May have to change that road a little bit and put a left-hand turn in there so I don't have to swing out around that corner. Oh, look out, pup. And here's another benefit of having this silo here. Now instead of having to sell it off the field, let's see price differences. So soybeans, if we sold it right now, we would get $1,000, so that'd be $5,100, maybe $52. If we wait until June, we can get $2,100 a liter. So that makes us another $5,000 or $6,000 off just that one crop. And plus we get to store food for the chickens. Let's see if they need anything before we take this dump bed off. No, they are fine. Alright, got that bed off. Let's get the one with the fifth wheel on. While we're at it, since we're spraying things off today, let's see if we can at least knock the mud off the truck. This truck is definitely a workhorse, but we'll clean it up when we can. Still got the paint flaking. There's something about that around the doors there. The paint don't stick well. All right. I don't think we have enough eggs to really sell any yet. We're getting some. Whatever I don't eat. Oh, wrong button. There we go. That's better. All right. Let me get the tractor and we'll get loaded. So one of the great things about this little planter bed over here is if we ever need a couple dollars, we can come in here and just sell a few things and we're good to go. So I have been taking and getting up under them right here and just pushing them down. Makes them easier to load. Well, that one got stuck. There we go. Yeah, if you push them down, I can get at them from the back side. They're a little easier to get to. We may have built this a little close to the water, but it is what it is. All right. I think I'll time lapse a little bit of this. We haven't loaded these in a while on camera. So let me get a few loaded up and then I'll finish it off and we'll go get it sold. I'll see you in a second. Alright, this may be one of my single worst trailer stacking jobs ever. I don't think I put anything in the right place as far as where the trailer should have been or anything like that, but they're on there. It'll ride. Definitely make sure we get a strap over them. Alright, this should be good. So we got potatoes, corn, a lot of tomatoes. Let's see where they're selling the best at. Tomatoes, $8.40 at the farmer's market, $8.70 at the restaurant. Not bad. lettuce. Lettuce is killing it at the farmer's market. Potatoes. And corn. I know the restaurant looks high, but for some reason on this map, oh, that's the bakery. We can sell it at the restaurant. This map, for some reason, when you start, you own the bakery. I have no intention of using it because I didn't build it or I didn't pay for it. But that's just something they do here on this map. But yeah, we'll go to the restaurant and sell it. I think that's going to be where we can get our best profit overall. Well, I will see you over there. Alright, yeah, as far as with the bakery, if we do decide that we want to start making flour or something from the bakery, we'll choose a price based on what it would cost to build one, and then I'll just deduct that out so like we paid for it, because I don't want anything free on this series. Let's get this stuff sold. Wait, what's somebody building something out there? Did somebody, let's see, farmland. So these are our 3 pieces. Oh, these 2 have been sold. Huh. Okay, well, we made about a little over 3,000 off that, but let me pull over here and talk to Norm and see if he knows anything about it. Give me just a second. All right, so I had a talk with Norm, and yeah, we have new neighbors. All right, this could be good or bad. I don't know. Oh, they've started graveling the road and put up a fence. That is a really nice. Okay, we have rich neighbors apparently. Technically, this is a public access road, so we can drive down there if we want to. I don't really see anybody out there. We'll take a quick look and then we'll get out of here. I don't want to tick anybody off, but okay, they look like they're about to build something pretty big. And it looks like they aren't done with the graveling yet. Huh. Well, I guess we'll get to meet some new people pretty soon. I'm gonna get turned around and get out of here. I'll catch you back at the farm. Alright, back here at the house. Yeah, I'm real interested to see what the new neighbor's gonna have going on. It's not that I don't mind people moving in around us, it's just came out here for peace and quiet and to be alone, but that doesn't mean they're going to be bad neighbors, so we'll give it a chance. But for now, let's go plow us in a grass field. I think right here would be a good place out of the way to leave the front loader attachment. Yeah, there we go. That's a good spot. Oop. And then we'll get the weight moved around. Hopefully, since we repaired our tractor the other day, we'll be doing good with the plow. And I know we could just keep mowing the meadow grass, but if you plow it in and make an actual field out of it, you can fertilize it and check the lime and all on it and get a lot better yield. So either we may not have to cut it as often, or we can have enough extra to maybe sell some, make a little profit. But this is a little bit of a ride. I'll catch you in just a second. Alright, right before we get started, let's probe this silage and see where we're at with it. Because we made a little bit of money, but we don't really have enough to 47% fermented. Okay, so we got a little bit longer. We don't really have enough to pay off much on the loan right now. That would leave us with just a few $100s. And we have to be able to cover the loan interest, so rocking a hard place there. Alright, let me get lined up right here. And I think I want to come off the property line just a little bit. There we go. And I believe these are going to be some big fields. We're going to do 2. That way, like I said in the last episode, we can cut one while the other's growing and then switch them off. That way we've always got something ready to be cut. But let's get in on the time lapse. This is going to take a while. Alright, we are on this last strip here. Feel kind of bad for this tractor. It just gets beat on with this plow. We're either going to have to catch a deal on a higher horsepower tractor one day or get a different plow, because this thing is keeping this tractor pegged out the entire time. But this field turned out a lot bigger than I guess imagined it would. We can still plant grass up until next month. So I think we're going to try to get this field planted this year before winter. We'll go ahead and cut the other field in later on. But I don't think we're going to plant it with grass until next year, because we might not even need it. This is a pretty good sized field, especially when you take into account the yield you get with a planted field So I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna plow up this soybean field, and luckily it's a smaller field because this tractor's struggling. I don't know when we would ever be able to afford a bigger tractor. I'd also like to have a little smaller one like this for doing the small jobs like tedding and windrowing. Just uses a lot less fuel, a lot less damage on the heavy, expensive to fix tractors. But like I said, maybe one day we can find us a bigger one, or just a different plow. Look out, Milo. He does a pretty good job just hanging around the house. Let me double check. Alright. I didn't want to let it create new fields over here. Just keep it with what it's got. So the soybean straw is not getting plowed in because I don't have a chopper on that harvester. Pretty sure to go away when we plant those, so maybe even when we get the stones out of the field. But I guess we'll jump back into another time lapse and finish off this little field. This one shouldn't take nowhere near as long. It's a lot smaller than the grass field we just plowed, so I'll see you in just a second. And that about does it for this field. Let's see, that's just periodic plowing, so it shouldn't need it for a couple years. I'm about to get the stone picker and see if it'll take this soybean waste away. Kind of hope it does. It's an odd looking texture. But yeah, that I said we'll try to get the grass field that we just cut in stone picked. I might try to get all that done off camera. It's going to be a long process, but we might try to get it limed and planted in November, and then we can go ahead and get the new field cut in sometime this winter. And we'll check over the winter and kind of figure out what we want to put in the field we just finished. Alright. There's our stone picker. Let me switch this weight around. Yeah, with the amount of weight this tractor can pick up kind of surprised me, but with the stones sitting way out front like that, you about have to have this weight once you get around 50% full. I'd also like to have a new stone collector one day, something about 3 times as wide, but those are the breaks. But yeah, I've been thinking about our new neighbor over there. That is a big concrete pad they had poured. That's either going to be a huge house or a really good sized barn, or worst case scenario, it's some sort of industrial complex that they're building. I don't know anything about the zoning or whatever around here, if they even allow that. There we go, that's better. But I guess we will see. But let's just hope for some good friendly neighbors, maybe ones that are into farming. Maybe they want to start their own farm. If so, this is a great place to do it. But luckily we got some distance between them. They didn't buy land right on top of us, so that's good. But like I said, I'm gonna get this field and probably the grass field stone picked before next month. And I believe that's just about all I have for you today. I believe we got a pretty good bit done. Over the winter, it's going to be a lot of back and forth work, like plowing these fields in and getting the grass cut, and we get that silage sold. Maybe we can get some cows going before spring. But for now, I believe this is where I leave you. Really appreciate y'all tuning in. Hopefully you're looking forward to the next one, and hopefully you'll check out the series we're doing over on the Corpy map. But yeah, I hope y'all have a good day, and thanks for watching.